Welcome, people. This is a quick example of a eco house that I've been wanting to get out there. Do you know what I mean? So, what I might do is, well, basically show you that now. I've had a great idea that why don't we utilise the water coming off the roof and the grey water, etc., and build houses this way so that we are saving on energy bills, we're saving on fuel bills, etc., etc. You can see the benefits by doing it. Why aren't all homes built like this in real life? Do you know what I mean? So that's what I wanted to try and get across. And this is not a one-off. I've got a few ideas of how to save the planet. You know, we've got the living crisis, the cost of everything. We've got to think about the planet, etc., and the environment we live in. Are we enriching it in our homes in certain places? No. Are we utilising our roofs in the ways of solar panels? And are we changing our fuel from petrol and diesel to electric? Well, we are, but it's too dear for all the masses, all the mass people. You know, the majority of the workers, etc. It ain't going to work, is it? Do you know what I mean? It's going to be too expensive, and to get round all that and to make life, I think, cheaper to live and more sustainable, and it will be better for everybody if all homes were built like this. Happy days. So I'll describe all these little bits in a minute, but basically, the water comes off the grey water comes out of the your house, being like baths, showers, etc., etc. It comes into the pond. It gets filtered by the first lot of reeds. It goes into the pond, and the solids then settle. You then have the other reeds for extra filtration. It then gets pumped into this section, this filtration system, that then further filters it with a fine filter, and you can change your filters down there. The solar panel, that white thing symbolises the solar panel. It then pumps that filtered water into this new filter, so it's an extra fine filter, and then sends it to the roof in the attic. And then inside the attic, we've got the grey water coming from the pond going in, and we've also got the water from the roof going in. So we've got two lots of water, and we mix the two, rainwater from one side of the tank, and then the filtered grey water from the other side of the tank, and both of them gets shooted up into the attic to get boiled. This is the instrument panel. That's the instrument panel that goes basically all your inputs, your electric inputs from all your solar panels or even wind turbines. That's what that instrument panel will show you. And then this is what your floor will be in your main living room idea. But underneath that, you would have copper piping or white piping for underfloor heating. And of course, what would go in there? You'd have your grey water or rainwater as it is, and you heat it up by having a little fire or something. Yes, I mean coal and wood. There is other fuels out there that are less harmful to the environment. Like I think you can get peat block or something like that. If there must be another fuel source that we can stick in fireplaces to make it more efficient and less harmful to the environment. So that's what I'm thinking. There's got to be a fuel source that we could use or we could develop, etc., that allows us to all have the fires in our own homes, being a main fireplace with a tank above. It's old. It's an old way of thinking. But if it worked back then, why can't it work now? There was no. Why change it? I've got a feeling, a notion of why they said we need to change this system because it was cheaper for us to live. And if it's cheaper for us to live, they aren't making their money. That's my point of view. Maybe I'm wrong on that, and maybe I'm right. But they wanted us all to go over to gas, so they can charge X amount of pounds for it. But that's my point of view. So if we can go back to the old system and we have this system, it'll be cheaper for us to live and we'll be producing our own foods, etc. So yeah, that's my idea, broken down in little chunks, right? And what we've got now, what I'm going to show you, is a finished concept. That's the idea. I didn't want to do it in that world. That was me having a little play and laying it all out, and I wanted to show you that bit. So in this creative world, creative examples, I've had a little play with doing something for the icon world, working out the walls, etc. But here it is, people. Here's the finished article. I think that this is a doable thing to do. I mean, it might not be made of brick. It might be made of straw, and then line rendered. But yeah, I've done one solar panel on one side. Of course, you're going to need as many solar panels as you want, as you need. But yeah, you got room here for 2 cars in the driveway. Perfect. You've got to imagine the road, of course, there. Then that box to the right of the door, that'll be your plug-in centre where you plug in. Job done. Then you've got this modest farm at the back, or small holding, where you could include all sorts. A herb box and flower box if you want. There's the water pump and extra filter that will take it to the roof where the tank is, inside the fire chimney. A greenhouse. I'm working with the limitations of Minecraft, so it doesn't look perfect. There is going to be things. Oh, is that how you designed it? Is it? I'm in Minecraft. Things are a bit difficult to get across. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, I put bees in here. There's that solar panel, and there's the way down to your filters. So the pond, it pumps it from the pond, etc. So yeah, it all works. It is a working garden where you actually pick produce out of it. I put some fish in it for decoration. But yeah, some ponds, your pond is going to overflow. So all the overflows from all the gardens back to back, do you know what I mean? They would go into one drainage system and then come out into a stream or a river or a little tiny dike, isn't it? So all the overflows from all the ponds can go into there. It'd be non-harmful because it's just mainly grey water, and the grey water is going to be filtered via the pond with all these reeds and everything else. And then you've got your rainwater coming from the roof, which is there. So any overflow from the pond will go into a stream or a river, as long as it's clean. Of course, it's only a concept, an idea. It's what I think. Do you know what I mean? So let me take you inside. I haven't done any interior design for it. Yeah, a nice doorway to get into the garden where all your produce are, etc. And then this can be anything you want it to be, really. Nice fireplace. You need that to boil the water anyway, and to do other things, mainly all the cooking. And then this room can be like living room, kitchen, all the rest of it. And then I can't have a carpet which will peel back. So yeah, you'd have a carpet over your trap door type of thing. And this would be one big door, do you know what I mean? Or a sliding door to get down to the basement where all the bits will be. There's your underfloor heating. I had to put that in. That stretches the whole distance. And then you're down into your cellar where you've got storage for all kinds of stuff. Plenty of room for any other items you want to save or store away. There's your battery pack, which is caged in case you make sure it's 100% safe. If any little persons get down there, you want to make sure that they can't do anything or press anything. Yeah, the idea behind putting like what's it called? These like trapdoor, there's like cage thing on top of the water, is that you'd have that on padlock so you can't get in. Of course, I haven't got one big massive thing to open it, so there'd be like big door. So your grey water, clean grey water would be on one side, and your rainwater from the roof would be on the other. That way then you're mixing both of them together. That's the idea. That's the concept. And you're having free water for life. So no water bills. Surely that should be the standard for all homes. Then as you go to the second floor, this would be bedrooms. Do you know what I mean? So these would be all the bedrooms. You have to partition them off, of course. you'd have like 3 bedrooms or even 4 and a bathroom, job done. The attic, again, limitations with Minecraft to make a decent roof. It'd be a bit lower than this, of course. There's your tank. You wouldn't see the tank, it'd be ingrained inside the chimney. And when you get the fires going, it would heat the water, purify it, and it'll go down into the grey water tank but inside the house. Do you know what I mean? For you then to use within the house. That's the idea. So yeah, this is my concept for a more eco home, for which I think it's a doable project. I think all homes should be built like this, in a way. I mean, it's an idea and a concept behind the water prevention, saving, the water saving, and also all roofs should come with solar panels as standard. And then that way then you're charging your own home up. It should be done in a cheap way. It should be accessible to the masses. That's what I think. So thanks for watching and goodbye.